Hey, what's up, everyone? You're here with the Pick Dawgz Soccer Crew, Goran, Kirk, and Jack, and we are here for another busy Saturday, November 2nd. A lot of games to talk about, guys. A lot of games in the EPL, Bundesliga, La Liga, Serie A, and the French League One. And before you know it, next week we have a Champions League week again. So now is the time, guys, to get those 3 day or 7 days passes for our premium picks to get you covered all the way through the weekend, all the way through the Champions League and stuff like that. And the best thing you could possibly do is put all three of us together in that 3-for-1 capper promotion and get all of our soccer premiums, NFL and NBA that Kirk and Jack are doing and let us help you with some money, guys. For more free picks, go up to the PickDawgz YouTube channel, check them out, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and of course, as usual, feel free to leave a comment on any of these videos. We are kicking it off with EPL, Jack. Bournemouth is hosting Manchester City. Manchester City only minus 175 favorites on the road. And I get it that they've been a bit slow, but they're still the best in the league and they're still undefeated in their last 5 games.
Yeah, and they rested players in the week, so I don't think they're going to have any fitness issues. Haaland didn't play. So yeah, I mean, City, they're going to be pretty good. It's very rare you get them at this price against a team like Bournemouth, who were potentially going down at the end of the season. Give me City -1. It's even money, and I'm going to sound like a broken record, Goran. I'm sorry, but I don't see a way that they don't win. If they win by one, we get the push. If they win by more, then we get paid.
What do you like in this game, Kirk?
Yeah, when we're trying to minimize time, Jack, we don't need to explain Asian handicap
Get on with
every
it.
single day. Every single day. And
Hurry up.
Bournemouth is not going down. I'm sorry, but City have won this matchup and gone over 2.5 in 6 of the last 7 meetings. I'm going with City and over 2.5 at plus money, plus 105. Sign me up.
Yeah, I'm taking a bit of an easier pick than you, Kirk. Even though I like your plus money pick, I'm gonna take City to win it over 1.5 goals at minus 128, just in case we see another low-scoring game for City. They are playing in the Champions League next week after all, so I'm a bit cautious as far as this one goes, but I do like the to win. For our next matchup, Kirk, we have Ipswich and Leicester facing off. Leicester coming off of a loss in EFL Cup to Manchester United, and it was a very, very tough loss, 5-2 on the road. However, they have been scoring goals quite consistently in each of their last like 8 or 9 games in a row, and I think they do the same this game as well.
Yeah, Ipswich love tying soccer games. They've tied 4, lost 5. I'm just going to keep this one simple. I was going to go with the double chance on Ipswich, but there's just no value there for me. Give me the draw here at plus 250.
What do you like in this one, Jack?
Yeah, I like a player prop. I'm going with Vardy to score any time. He's been scoring a fair amount, to be fair, for Leicester this season, and he's been getting them the clutch goals, especially with scoring those late goals, the last goal of the game. We're getting them at like plus 240, which I think is insane value. Honestly, if he starts this game, I think he scores against a team like Ipswich, which is his sort of level now, with all due respect.
Yeah, I think that Vardy has been in great form since the beginning of the season. He's been scoring goals. The entire Leicester team has been scoring goals. So I do potentially see them getting on the scoreboard in this one as well. I'm going to go with the over 2.5 goals at minus 143. It's a bit juiced, but honestly, I see another high scoring game for both of these teams. Now, Nottingham Forest is hosting West Ham, and Forest has been more consistent this season than West Ham has and they're actually on a two-game winning streak. But West Ham got a 2-1 win against Manchester United in the EPL, and I think that could potentially be a turning point for them, which is why I'm going to take West Ham on the double chance in this one at minus 133. But what do you like in this one, Jack?
Sorry, you caught me off guard. I wanted you to come to me there. West Ham over 0.5 goals in the first half. I think I took this pick last weekend. I actually took them to score first against United, and that hit. They've just been scoring so early. It's the second half which lets them down. It's been a frequent occurrence. So over 0.5 goals for West Ham in the first half.
Yeah,
Sir?
West Ham stinks. I'm not going to lie. West Ham is atrocious, especially in Nottingham. They've lost their last 3 games. And I don't like the way this West Ham team looks at all. I'm not going to lie to you. They've been awful on the road. Nottingham's been very solid form. Give me Nottingham on the money line here at plus 110.
I mean, the home team has won six of the last six games in this matchup, so I could potentially see that as. But I think, like I said, West Ham beating United could potentially be a turning point for them, and we'll see who's gonna get this one right. Now, for our next matchup, we have Southampton and Everton. Jack, Southampton. They still haven't beaten anyone the EPL season. They are coming off of a win in the Carabao Cup or the EFL Cup against Stoke City 3-2. While Everton on the other side is undefeated in their last five games, and they actually look pretty well right now.
Yeah, and again, I think I took this pick 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, didn't hit, but he's still playing fantastic. I'm taking McNeil to score any time. A lot of Everton's goals this season are coming through McNeil, whether he's assisting or scoring, and we're still getting like 6 times the money if we take it and he scores. So I am going to be taking that for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it simple, guys. I'm taking both teams to score in this one, minus 161. However, I look at this game, I just somehow see a 1-1 result, maybe 2-1 for either side if we are lucky, but I just don't see either team keeping a clean sheet here, Kirk.
Yeah, I mean, you have a team that's conceded 19 times. You have a team that's conceded 16 times. Southampton, they got to play Stoke. They won that one, saw goals in the back of the net with 3. I think this goes over 2.5 at minus 125.
Now, Wolverhampton is hosting Crystal Palace, Kirk, in the next matchup, and Crystal Palace is actually coming off of a win in the EFL Cup against Aston Villa, which is their second win in a row after beating Tottenham at home. But Wolverhampton is looking better with every game, and I think that this might be the time potentially for their first win of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, but Crystal Palace has won the last 3 matchups, and they've scored at 3 goals in all those 3 matchups. I'm going with a player prop here. Jean-Philippe Mateta to score anytime at plus 230. 9 goals in their last 3 games against Palace conceded. They're going to score their goals. Mateta gets at least 1.
I see you nodding, Jack. Do you agree with Kirk in this one?
Yeah, he was actually another player prop I wanted to take, but I felt like I was giving out a few too many goal scorers. I really like Mateta. He's so solid. I'm going actually with a player prop from the other team. After all that, I'm going with Nori to get a shot on target. He's the fullback for Wolves, but they've made some adjustments ever since they played against City. They actually put up a good fight 2 games ago, and they got a good draw against Brighton. And Nori actually scored in that game. He's playing so much further up the pitch. He's gone from like playing really deep to now playing really high up. And I think he is very capable of getting one shot on target in 90 minutes. And we're getting nearly 3 times the money.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it simple between your player props. I'm gonna just take Wolves on the money line. Like I said, I think that they're due for a home win, especially. They're looking better and better with every game. They have started scoring goals. They were quite solid defensively as well in some of those games, but just fell short. So I'm taking Wolves on the money line. Now we are done with the EPL, guys. We are moving on to La Liga, where we have Girona playing against Leganes, and Girona pretty hefty favorites at minus 154 at home. But Jack, they have been anything but consistent this season, and this is gonna be like a harder game than the books might expect.
Yeah, and you never ever really want to put money on a team that is just not consistent. Like it's like, playing the game where like one marble's under 3 cups and you have to just kind of try and get it right. You have no idea what's going to happen. And that's exactly how I feel with Girona this season. So I'm going on the opposite side. Ligan or draw, double chance at over even money at plus 115 is fantastic.
Yeah, Girona with so many injured players, so inconsistent, and the fact that they're playing in the Champions League next week, I simply cannot put my money on them. So I'm gonna go with the draw at plus 265 in this one, Kirk.
Yeah, both these teams have a really, really hard time scoring, to be completely honest with you. 11 goals in 11 games for Girona, 9 in 11 for Leganes. This has under screamed all over it. Maybe 1-1, 1-0 either way, but under 2.5. Minus 138 is at what price I'm willing to pay here.
Now, Villarreal and Rayo Vallecano, Kirk, two teams in a fairly decent form. Villarreal actually very close to the top of the table in that third place with 21 points, and they have scored 20 goals this season already. 11 of those they've scored at home. However, the defense has been a bit of a problem for them when playing at home with 12 conceded goals in 5 games.
Yeah, 20 goals scored, 19 conceded in 11 games. That's enough to just pretty much just give me the over here, over 2.5 at minus 136. Rayo has scored in 4 of their last 5 games as well. So this is an easy over for me here.
And I think you agree with Kirk, Jack.
Yeah, what that guy said.
Yeah. And I will personally take Villarreal on the money line. I'll keep it simple as well, guys. At minus 143, I think that they are the better team at home than Rayo Vallecano is on the road. And I see them keep winning games and staying close to the top of the table, at least for now. Off to Bundesliga, Kirk. The first game we have to talk about Eintracht and Bochum. Eintracht, heavy favorites, minus 294 at home against Bochum, who are easily the worst team in the.
Yeah, I mean, a team that scored 16 goals in Frankfurt in 8 games, team that's conceded 22 goals in 8 games. This is just probably going to get out of control early, but I kind of do see it as a trap in a little bit of a way. But I'm going to go with both teams to score an over 2.5 at minus 139. I definitely think both Bochum score. They've scored in 4 of their last 5.
I mean, Eintracht coming off of a win against Borussia Mönchengladbach in the DFB Pokal, and that was after they conceded the red card. So they scored twice with a player short on the pitch. That just tells you how bad Borussia Mönchengladbach is on that defensive end. So I'm gonna keep riding with Eintracht, and I'm gonna take them on minus 1.5, Jack, at minus 111.
Yeah, I've got them at minus 110. So there's not much difference in
Mhm.
there. I think Bochum are. I think they're honestly one of the worst, if not the worst, team in the top divisions in any of the top 5 European leagues. I think they're absolutely terrible. I'd love to see where they'd be in the French league.
Top of the table.
Top half at least. Kirk, Bayern is hosting Union Berlin. Bayern was able to beat who they play against. They played against
Ninth.
Mainz 4-0 in the DFB Pokal. This is actually their second clean sheet in a row, their second win in a row. They almost look like they're waking up finally.
Yeah, we had some little Musiala magic in that first half. Then we put on my boy Matisse Tell in the second. Love that youngster. And Eric Dyer actually looked pretty decent. I'm not going to lie. I don't say that often, but he actually looked pretty decent in the back. But 2 clean sheets. Union, they're a team that really, they probably score more own goals than they score actual goals. So both teams to score no here at minus 116.
Union Berlin coming off of a loss to Arminia Bielefeld in the DFB Pokal 2-0 on the road. And I get it, you're playing on the road, but not to even try scoring a goal, that seems a bit counterproductive, I would say, for a game like soccer is. So I don't even know what they're doing. Personally, I'm a bit shocked that we are getting Bayern team total over 2.5 goals at minus 125 at home. I honestly think this should be far pricier than it is. So I will
I
take
mean,
that,
they've
Jack.
only conceded 5 games, 5 goals all season in 8 games, which I'm just going to say is pretty impressive. But I do think it's a good line.
Jack?
Yeah, give me Bayern to win both halves. Don't know how many goals they're going to score. I think it'll be hard for one of our bets to lose, Goran, and one of us to lose. I think if Bayern are winning both halves, I think they're probably going over 2.5 themselves. I just have to make sure, Kirk, this is Halloween, not April Fool's, right? Eric Dyer having a good game? Really?
I mean, it's tough for an English player to play well in such a good league like the Bundesliga, but it was a cup match. I don't think
Let's forget about Harry Kane, buddy. Let's forget about Harry Kane, yeah? Okay.
I could do what Harry Kane's doing. Have you seen Jamal Musiala? He puts it on a silver platter for him.
All right. Another Bundesliga matchup, Jack. Hoffenheim and St. Pauli are facing off. Hoffenheim, they are coming off of a win against Nuremberg in the DFB Pokal as well. They finally broke that negative streak they were on. And at home, they're looking fairly solid. So I think there's money to be made on Hoffenheim.
Yeah, possibly. I really was torn between all three options: home win, away win, or draw. Um, I think there's some decent value on the under 2.5. I know Bundesliga, as I say, the defense sucks in Bundesliga in general. Um, but I'm taking the under here. A rare time you'll see me take an under. I've got a really good feeling. I think at plus 140, there's certainly some value in that.
I would personally stay away from goals in this one, if I'm being honest. Whether you take over or the under, it could go either way easily, which is why I'm simply going to take Hoffenheim on the money line at minus 115. But it looks like I'm going against the Kirk. The Captain Kirk, the German Captain Kirk, once again.
Yeah, I mean, there's a trap. I mean, I don't even know how you fell into a non-trap there, Jack. There was no trap set for you, and you still fell into it with the under. That's just outrageous. I mean, I hope you have like under 8.5 or something, because then I might agree with you. But I'm going the other way with Goran. Hoffenheim, they're not scoring right now. They've actually played good defensively. Pauli's taking this one 2-1, but I have them on double chance at plus money. That's what I'm looking at here.
The last game in Bundesliga, Kirk, Wolfsburg, and Augsburg are facing off. I'm going to keep it simple, guys. I'm taking the over 2.5 in this one, minus 161. Wolfsburg had a low scoring game. They knocked out Borussia Dortmund after that in the DFB Pokal. And Augsburg, I believe they did get a win in their match, but honestly, I see goals in this, Kirk.
Yeah, I got Wolfsburg on the money line here. Augsburg's been terrible, terrible, terrible on the road this season. Wolfsburg been solid at home. Jack's in the dark again. Wish him the best of luck. And yeah, I mean, if you take Wolfsburg on the money line, maybe Jack can afford to get a light in his car so it doesn't go back out.
Jack, over 2.5 for you as well.
Yeah, that's basically everything you said, Rand. There's just got to be goals in this game. There's no way this one stays under for me.
Now, Italian Serie A guys, Bologna and Lecce are facing off. Lecce coming off of a narrow win against Verona earlier this week at home. They finally were able to beat someone, but you know what? Bologna is coming off of a win as well, and they seem to be sharpening their form, Jack.
Yeah, Bologna coming off a really weird blip. They had such a nice start to the season, but then they've just looked very meh since. However, saying that, I like the way they looked in their last game, and I think they are able to certainly not concede. So I'm taking Bologna to win to nil at plus 150. I think Lesser, yes, okay, they had a pretty good result recently, but I just don't think they're going to be able to keep that up consistently.
What are you taking in this one, Kirk?
Yeah, I kind of like Jack's pick here. I'll honestly upgrade my pick to Jack's pick here and just move on.
All right, I'm taking Bologna on the money line in this one at minus 154. I think they finally connect a couple of wins together and move on to the Champions League next week. Now, Monza and Milan is the next matchup, guys, and all three of us have Milan in this one. I have to say that scares me a bit, especially after Milan losing to Napoli 2-0 at home, and that's not even that strange to me. The fact that they haven't scored a goal is stunning to me, Jack.
Yeah, it's not great, right? Milan, look, you know they're going to be there. They're going to have blips, just like a lot of teams have in this Serie A. We're seeing it from Juventus now, but Milan are going to be up the top at the end of the season. So if you're getting them at minus 150, yes, they're on the road, but they're on the road to Monza. So minus 150 is a good price.
Now, Monza also had a game against Atalanta earlier this week. They lost that game 2-0 with 2 goals in the second half conceded. Kirk, I don't think we have to say much more about this game. We are all taking Milan on the money line. But I will let you talk about PSG and Lens first, Kirk. Minus 222 favorites at home against Lens, who have been all over the place this season. And we know that PSG is by far the best team in the league.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this short and simple. PSG and over 2.5 at minus 113. Just that simple.
Yeah, I'm taking PSG minus 1 at minus 154 in this one. It's a bit of a, I would say, safer pick or something, but I honestly just don't see them losing this game, especially after they beat Marseille last week 3-0 on their own, Jack.
Can you explain to me what minus 1 means quickly, Goran?
Look, let's not waste any more time, Kirk, listening to you ramble on. PSG have won this game by 2 goals the last 4 times they've played each other. Lens lost to Lille by 2 goals in their last game. PSG absolutely mauled Marseille in their last game. Over even money, plus 110 for PSG, minus 1.5 is free money.
Now, the last pick of this video, guys, is the game between Brest and Nice. Brest undefeated in their last 5 games. Nice also coming off a win against Monaco 2-1. Not as solid defensively on the road as we are used to seeing this team be. But I kind of expect goals in this one, Jack.
Yeah, it could be. I see this one like 2-1, maybe 3-2. It could be just another one of those shootouts. Nice form though right now, I just can't trust my money with them. I can trust it a lot more with Brest because they've still got Champions League football to play. They're probably thinking a lot more about Champions League in the week, which does scare me a bit. But if I'm getting offered Brest at like plus 165 or plus 160, anyway, around that region, I'm going to take it. And just on top of that, I am a chest over a cheeks guy. So yeah, give me Brest though on the money line.
I'm the other way around, but I will take the over 2.5 in this one at plus 150, guys. Now we are getting nice plus money on two sloppy teams defensively, but Brest alone, I think, could get us over 2.5 in this one, Kirk.
Yeah, I think you got to flip the home and away. I'm looking very much forward to that tie when it's nice Brest. I think that's going to be a great matchup, but we have Brest nice here. So for that reason, I got to go with the draw. When it's nice Brest, I'll be going with nice or Nice, as Le Paul Français says. But I am going,
You speak
yeah, je
French.
parle beaucoup de français, monsieur. Um, of course, Goran, you know I do it all, but draw plus 220 is where I'm going here.
German speaking, German American speaking French. Where the hell did you come from, Kirk?
He can
I'm an
speak more French
alien.
than German.
I'm an alien. Oh, you forgot to ask me about German on the German part. Whoops, sorry.
Okay, next time you're doing an interview with German and English and French in the video. So stay tuned for that, guys. It's gonna be fun. Thank you for joining us here once again. Check out the rest of the free picks, guys. We do have a parlay video as well for Saturday. It's up on the PickDawgz YouTube channel, so make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button, guys, and we'll see you soon with more free picks.